Hi folks, this is Jake from Chalkable. Today I'm going to show you how easy it is to create and test your app on the Chalkable platform. So let's jump right in. First thing I did was sign up as a developer, and it puts you immediately into the developer portal, which is where we are now. So the first thing you have to do is create your app's name. Let's call this the example app 1. Hopefully yours will be much more exciting. Alright, here we go. So this takes us to the app info page. This is where you fill out basic information about your app, API access, what subjects it is, grades, description, etc. And the great thing about using the Chalkable platform is you can point your URL to localhost, which really makes development a breeze. So let's get going here. Here's my app. Not much going on there, but it's on my local web server. Paste in that URL, and it's going to pull in this URL into the Chalkable iframe. Really great. So teachers can launch a new item, uses API user, subjects, we'll just say math and science. Quick description here. Hopefully yours is much more verbose. And we're going to price it as free for now. Let's add an icon, make it look pretty. And all we have to do now is hit update draft. And this will create an instance of your app in your own sandbox environment, complete with a school full of fake data for you to play around with. So let's see what that looks like. Update draft, here we go. Now, here it says test your app, click a user role. Let's do that. Okay, so now we're logged in to Chalkable as a teacher, simply by clicking one of the user roles on the bottom here. So how do we find our app? It's going to be in the App Store. So we actually have to install this app as if we were a real user on Chalkable. Here's the app info page with the pictures that we provided and long description, short description, etc. So let's go ahead and install that app. You can pick which class, just me or everybody. I'm going to select all. And here it's installing the app for all my students. So let's see it in action. What do we want to do? We want to attach the application to a new item. And that item is going to show up on the feed here. So let's go ahead and do that. Choose a class, let's say English 10. This is some project, and let's make it due on Saturday. Sorry, kids. So now let's attach the app. Here it is, example app 1. Click on that. So now what's happening is Chalkable is pulling the app from your URL, from your servers, into an iframe. And if you remember, all we did was point that URL to localhost. So let's see what's going on under the hood. Check out the console here. So here's the iframe with the URL that we provided, localhost, app page, HTML, plus what Chalkable appends to your URL. And that is the mode. This is the edit mode, which is teacher preparing your app, as well as the announcement application ID. So that's the unique identification number of this actual assignment. So the whole class will have this same announcement application ID. And also we have code, and this is your OAuth code. Okay? Now if you read the docs, you remembered that you're supposed to include this external script, which basically allows you to do a callback function, Chalkable, and say, hey, when ready, add yourself. And what that's doing is showing that attach button. You can pass in some params here. You can say save and close. Ooh, some bugs here. And show this attach button when the user maybe fills out a form, clicks a button, or whatever. So I just did no parameters. So let's attach this item and see what happens. Okay, so our application is attached to the assignment. Let's send it out to my class. There we go. Shows up in the feed, looks good. But what does it look like from a student's perspective? Well, let's check it out. Let's click Student. And now we're logged in as Shirley Allen, the student. Let's check out our feed here. And there's that assignment we sent out. So let's open it up, check out our app. Okay, now we can see the mode equals view. Let's check out those params again. Localhost, app page HTML, mode equals view, same announcement application ID, same OAuth code. Fantastic. So here's where your student would interact with the app, do all kinds of fun stuff, and they can close it, and the teacher can view their work. So that's about it for the back and forth interaction between student and teacher using your app. You can always go back to your developer account and make changes as necessary. Check out the API Explorer, check out the docs, etc. And if you have any questions, contact me, jake@chalkable.com, Skype me, Jake_4acre, and I'll be glad to hear from you in the future.